then your next question is most likely going to be, well, how do I know which voice is talking to me? How am I going to know when I'm being guided by God or the universe, my higher self, or when it's my fear? I'm Dina Haynes, author of the original reality book series teaching you how to create the life of your dreams through manifesting and scripting. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be talking about when to act on your manifestation. I think a lot of people have this question like, I've been manifesting this thing. Should I act on it now or should I do something? Like you get this impulse to do something. But before we get into it, I'm going to tell you the trifecta. Like, subscribe, comment, and then you automatically get entered in every month. At the end of the month, I will pull a person to receive a free session. If you don't want to wait and you need someone to work with you on your current manifestations, maybe you're feeling like you need help now, then check out my prices. I am offering coaching sessions. I've listed my email below. Just email me and we will schedule a time and work on your manifestations personally. So let's get into today's video. Basically, you want to act on your manifestation when you feel inspired. So some of you, I know, especially I think with like specific person type manifestations, but definitely all the other ones. There comes a moment where you're just like, okay, I've been manifesting, nothing's happening, or maybe you feel like you want to make something happen. And anytime you're wanting to make something happen, it's not a good thing. Manifestation is not about making stuff happen. Being a deliberate creator is funny because you create by allowing. And allowing is a very passive way of doing things. And a lot of you out there, I know I've had clients who are very much action oriented. They feel like if they're not doing something actively, pursuing something, with goals and an action plan, that they're not being productive. And it's crazy because manifestation is the opposite of that. The way you can gauge whether you're being most productive really is by doing as little as possible. The universe is the mover and shaker, or God, as you want to call it, is your mover and shaker. Think of yourself as the idea person, the concept person. The universe then is the worker bee, working behind the scenes, or you call it the universe, your angels, your guides, God is working behind the scenes to make everything come into your space. And really, if there is one piece of work that you should be doing, it's aligning. It is aligning to the end result that you are manifesting. So anytime you feel like you want to act, you have to ask yourself, where is this impulse coming from? Is it coming from a place of fear? Fear that you're not going to get what you want? Fear that you're not doing enough to get what you want? I mean, that thinking is just, it couldn't be more opposite. It's not about you doing stuff just to get something. It's really about waiting for inspiration to come. So the universe is going to create circumstances for you to take action toward getting what you want. And for you, the work is done in getting in the mind space to notice those cues. And you do that by quieting the fear, silencing the doubters. Like if you've told people and they're whispering in your ear, well, not literally, they could even be shouting in your ear, but those people, those outside people who are telling you, you're crazy, you can't get that, or you can't do that, or that's never going to happen. Maybe it's your inner voice telling you that, which is really just another way of saying your fear. You have everyone has a fearful inner voice that whispers doubts into your mind. This is really where the work comes, is in silencing those doubts and fears and getting into a space of belief so that you allow the manifestations to come in, so that you can hear when God or your higher self or your angels are telling you, go this way, turn down this street, pick up this pen. Only then should you act. Then your next question is most likely going to be, well, how do I know which voice is talking to me? How am I going to know when I'm being guided by God or the universe, my higher self, or when it's my fear? And what I like to say is, okay, first of all, if you have a question, then I'd say give it a day. Kind of sit on it. And really the biggest indications are how you feel. So if this action is coming from a feeling place of, this feels really positive and really good, and this is a good thing to do, then that is a good indication. I still say sit on it, and not just sit on it, but kind of marinate in it. Play it out in your mind, right? And see, and as you're playing it out in your mind, check in with how it makes you feel. If it makes you feel like it's positive, it's coming from a positive space, it's a good thing for all parties involved, absolutely, then that sounds like something to act on. And only after a day of sitting on it, maybe even a couple of days, you decide, but at least a day. If it feels inspired in a positive way, then do it. But if it doesn't feel good, if it feels like a negative thing, maybe it's not something that's going to play out for the betterment of all parties involved, of all the people involved. Or if you're thinking to yourself, I just can't sit here, I got to do something. That's a no. That's coming from a place of fear. And the vibration in that moment is, it's not working. That's basically what you're saying to the universe. I don't believe it's working. And so I'm now feeling like I have to step in and make it work. And wrong answer. If you're feeling like that, don't do anything. Just don't do it. You want to come from a space of inspiration. Like, I feel so positive about this. I know it's gonna come across well, and all the parties involved are gonna feel good in the outcome or in me doing this action. That's a good space to come from. That is the sweet spot. And some things could just be ideas, like maybe you're toying with an idea of trying to decide, what you want to do for a career, or maybe your next step in your career. For instance, I have a client who they were trying to figure out whether or not to write, to switch genres in terms of their writing. And people had been telling this person, oh, you should write this, you should do this. This is the subject you should write on. Even though this person, not only do they not have an interest in the subject, they've never had an interest in the subject. And yet this person had multiple sources telling them, oh, you should do this. That's outside noise. Those people can't tell this person what to write. It takes a lot, and I should know because I'm an author. It takes a lot to write a book. And so you have to really be inspired and invested in writing it in order to get from beginning to end. And so for this person, writing a children's book just wasn't for them. They just decided, you know what, at this point in time, I'm not inspired by that, so I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. That's fine. That's great for that person. And now they're able to move forward with their other projects, the projects that do inspire them. But that whole impulse to do something because, they think it's going to be easy, they think it's going to be instantly profitable, that's, the quick solutions come when you are aligned, when you have quieted down the negative voices in your head or the negative voices coming from outside sources trying to steer you and manipulate you to do this, this, and this. Once you've quieted those voices, then you can receive direct messages from your higher self, from spirit, from God. Those are the voices. That's the inner voice you want to listen to. And that is the voice that will steer you toward what it is you are meant to act on. You'll start to see the signs coming in, because that is what you want to look for. You want to have your eye on your ultimate goal, your end product, whatever that may be. Maybe it's, getting back with your ex. It could be switching careers. It could be finishing school. It could be becoming the best mom, whatever that picture looks like, or it could be buying a house, whatever that picture looks like. That is your work. That is what you are meant to focus on. Soften your resistance so that you will then start to notice the cues that God and your higher self and the universe are giving you to move forward. And you know what those cues are by how you feel. If you feel inspired, if you feel really good about taking an action in something specific, that is the moment that you go, okay, now this is what I'm supposed to do. And if you are questioning, am I hearing it? I don't know why I'm not hearing, those, I don't know why I'm not seeing those cues yet. Then manifest about it. Do an affirmation and say, I am grateful to receive the clear and concise impulses from God, from the universe, leading me toward my goal. I am grateful to have clear and concise direction as to what to do next. I am grateful for the clarity to know what my next move should be. And then end each gratitude with thank you, thank you, thank you. And feel the feeling of already having it received when you do. So that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so that you'll be notified when each video comes up. And comment down below. Let me know the kind of goals that you're working on at the moment and what you're feeling inspired to do. And stay tuned, because there is more content coming your way. And I will see you next time.